Hello everyone, welcome to the Calgary Language Learning and Exchange Club video channel. In this video, I'm going to go over the 7 top languages to learn if you are in business. So, if you are living in Calgary and you want to learn English or other languages, and also wanting to have a conversation partner to do proper language exchange, please join our group. Our Facebook page, the link is in the YouTube description below, as well as that the registration form for our group is within that Facebook page. And it's free. So if you are in Calgary and you are also learning languages in general, please join our group, and we would make sure that you would have the best experience by finding you a conversation partner and making sure that your language learning is a success. The first one, of course, is English. This is because it's the official language for 53 countries, as well as that most books, conferences, seminars, etc. are done in English. Of course, because that's the most popular. So when there's the demand, there's always the supply. And in the end, people often fall back to speaking English in meetings if they don't understand each other's native tongue. And when I'm having a conference with other people in another country, my experience is that if it seems like you don't understand what they're talking about in a meeting, they would usually fall back to speak in English. And I believe that is usually what happens in not just business meetings, but in all conversation in general. Such as if you are in a country that you don't speak that language, what usually happens is if you talk with people there, in the end, you and the other person would most probably end up in speaking English as a means to communicate with each other. As such, even with this particular video right now, I am speaking to you in English, and English is most probably the most important language to learn if you are to speak with people that are outside of your country, or if you are doing businesses with other countries. The second language is Mandarin. Now, if the CEO of Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, is doing it, then I'm pretty sure it convinces you that there's a reason, and then there's a business reason for it why Mark Zuckerberg is doing it. One of the many reasons why you should learn Mandarin is that, especially if you are in business, is that they have the largest manufacturing economy in the world, as well as China is also the biggest country for exports in the world. And China is also a country that's full of opportunities for creating businesses and startups. So that is why if you are in business and you don't know what language that you want to learn, try Mandarin, because it is a very good language to know if you are trying to do business with China. The third language that is very useful for business is Japanese. The Japanese market is quite huge, and um, there's a lot of Japanese exports as well, such as various electronic products and auto products such as cars and machinery. So Japan has a very huge market in the world, and it is the third largest economy in the world by nominal GDP. Uh, what's very good about learning Japanese is that Japan is a very tough market to penetrate, which means that it also have a good opportunity um, for you to go in there. And by knowing their language, you would definitely have an upper hand in doing businesses in Japan. The fourth language is Portuguese. So Portuguese is the native language for the fastest growing countries and places in the world in terms of economics. These countries include Brazil, Angola, and Macau. And all of these places that I mentioned, um, although right now might not have a significant GDP in relations to other huge countries in the world, they are having the fastest growth, and that means that it also has the hugest opportunity for you to do business there. The fifth language that I want to talk about is Cantonese. What is good with Cantonese is that this language is not only spoken by people in Hong Kong, but it also um, being spoken in a huge region in China known as Guangzhou, and it's also one of the most spoken language in Singapore, as well as parts of Vietnam and Malaysia. So if you consider doing businesses in Asia, learning Cantonese will bring you a lot of advantages in businesses. Aside from that, why I'm also recommending this language is because it is also the language of choice for the various Chinatowns found in the Western world. And a lot of people that are managing the Chinatowns are actually huge merchants um, that that have a huge businesses and business connections in those cities in the Western world. So by knowing this language definitely would help you in doing businesses with those people as well. So that's why I believe Cantonese is a very useful language to learn if you are doing business. The sixth language that I want to talk about is Spanish. Spanish is a very good language to learn because there are a lot of countries that speak it. Aside from Spain, there's also Chile, Peru, Colombia, Argentina, and Mexico, which all of them are booming countries with a lot of opportunities for huge economic growth. It is also the second language of United States of America. So that means that there's a huge population in the US that actually speak Spanish. So learning Spanish would definitely help you when you are trying to conduct business with people in these countries. The last language I want to talk about is German. So Germany has the fifth largest economy in the world and generate around 4 to 5% of the world's GDP. And it's a very, very wealthy economy, and especially if you are interested in manufacturing and engineering in general, Germany also has some of the biggest engineering firms and auto plants in the world. Companies such as BMW, Audi, Volkswagen are all from Germany. So that's why learning German is very useful if you're interested in um, engineering or manufacturing. Now, I have reviewed all seven of these languages. Although that I numbered them, it doesn't mean that they are in any particular order of importance. Um, it's just these are my explanations of why those languages are useful. And if you are interested specifically in conducting business with a particular country, then of course learn that particular language. This is just a baseline for what I think it's useful in conducting business. And this concludes my video. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please join our club if you're in Calgary, because we would be hosting events as well as finding you a compatible language partner, all with well cost. It's just my hobby and I'm just here to help you out. Also, if you like my videos, please subscribe to our channel. I would be posting various um, updates and info regarding language learning. Thank you. Bye bye.